But let's get talking to Harsh Rungta of apnapaisa.com. He joins in to talk about our personal finance segment. Hi Harsh, and let's also go across to our first caller. Pradeep Sharma calls in from Punjab. Hi Pradeep.
Hello.
Yes, hi, we can hear you. Your question is?
Well, I want some advice on how to invest, to be able to get some good pension at the end of the day.
Okay.
So are there some good pension plans that you're recommending?
Okay. I think you're a little apprehensive on mutual funds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I got knocked in the teeth when the Sensex collapsed around 2007-8. So I am a little wary of mutual funds, but unless somebody gives me good advice, I would like to sort of jump in there again.
Okay, Pradeep, I think this is a quintessential problem which a lot of investors have faced, that they burnt their fingers, they don't want to enter the market again. What would you recommend to him?
So quickly before I recommend, Pradeep, do you want your pension just now? Are you already retired? You're going to retire after some time? What kind of investment are you looking to do in terms of quantity, etc.?
Yeah, I'm looking to invest for my kids, really. I think as far as I'm concerned, I'm over the hill for investing into pensions. My kids are 33 and 26.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at a timeline of about 15 to 20 years before they, look at the returns coming back.
So you're not clearly looking at returns for yourself. You're doing this to create wealth for your children.
Yeah.
And in 15-20 years time, and assuming you don't need liquidity, right? That really is what you're looking at. Well, I think then you see, mutual funds are it's just a form of investment. When you do mutual funds, you can take very low risk bets by investing in mutual funds that are liquid mutual funds or ultra short term bond funds. You can take slightly more risk. So mutual funds are not synonymous with equity, and I think most losses that have occurred have really occurred when people have not really invested with knowledge of the risk involved in equity mutual funds. I think if you need the money after 15-20 years, no liquidity requirement in between, you can afford to systematically invest. If you have a lump sum, then I would suggest you park it in a liquid fund or an ultra short term fund and systematically transfer it to a good large cap equity fund. If the amount is large, then possibly you can also take an exposure on a small exposure on a good mid cap fund, but the largest investment should typically go to a large cap fund. Don't do one time investment, and clearly when you do a investment with a 15-20 year time frame, look at returns over that time frame. Don't get swayed by in a SIP investment you will find losses happening sometimes in between. You should not get swayed by it. So if you're going to do an investment lump sum, put it in a liquid fund or a ultra short term bond fund, and maybe over 36 or 48 months through a SIP transfer it to a large cap fund like ICICI Pru, Focus Blue Chip or Franklin Blue Chip. If the amount is large, then possibly a smaller portion, a 10-15% portion, can also go to a mid cap fund.
Alright, let's move on to our next query then. Vishal Singh from Mumbai writes to us, says that he can invest 10,000 per month for 4 to 5 years and wants to know which would be the best mutual funds to invest in, and also maybe a good term plan as well. Harsh?
So I think a good term plan really will depend on what his age is. We don't really know his age, for what period he wants, what quantum he wants. So I think the way to do this is a good term plan. He'll find it online.
Okay.
He should go online, disclose everything, and then go with a term plan that works best for him. As far as investment with a 4-5 year horizon is concerned, typically it's not a horizon over which you would want to put everything into equity. So depending on his risk profile, I am assuming other asset allocation is okay, but if he is a conservative investor, I would do balanced fund in either case.
Okay.
If he is a conservative investor, maybe he can do what are called MIP funds, where a larger portion, a 70-80% is in debt and 20-30% is in equity. If he is slightly more aggressive, I would do a regular equity balanced fund, where it's reverse. I mean 70-80% is in equity, 20-30% is in debt, and I think in both cases the self-balancing nature is what works well for this period of 4 or 5 years.
Fair enough, Harsh. Thanks a lot for dropping by to our studios and addressing investor queries. Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Markets and Macros. Thanks a lot for watching. Up next is Business Lunch.